Hello folks, it's Bradley J from Bradley J Travel, and we're in Tel Aviv, Israel on Rothschild Boulevard. I'm only in Tel Aviv for one night, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to head west to the beach, the Mediterranean beach, the Tel Aviv beach, and then south to the old port of Jaffa. They tell me it's charming. Let's find out together. Okay, got to Tel Aviv about 1:30 and took the train to the Haganah stop, which I was told was the closest to my hotel. And I'm really tired and it's blistering hot, so I was super happy to see this oasis of fun and beer and actually a cigar. There were these older dudes at the edge of the bar. They're smoking cigars. They sensed I wanted one and they gave me one. I didn't even have to ask. That was so cool. After that long trip and that walk in the hot sun, I was, almost weeping with joy to be in this really cool place. After that, I headed out towards the beach. I mentioned we were going to go to the beach. The bar was before I got to the hotel. Now, this is the walk to the beach that I had told you about. Interesting restaurants along the way, and a really nice walk. It wasn't as hot at this time. And when I got to the Mediterranean, the Tel Aviv beach or shore area, I was in for a surprise. So this is the beach at Tel Aviv at night, on a Friday night. I've been to the beach at Tel Aviv before, but I never saw this. Hundreds of people out barbecuing, hanging out, walking, riding, scootering down the promenade. You have the Mediterranean right here, and behind me, the old port of Jaffa. And that's the direction I'm going, and it's still quite a ways. I hope my camera's batteries and my personal batteries can last. I have been to Yafo or Jaffa. I've heard it pronounced both ways, the old port. It's spelled Y-A-F-O. I've been there before, but didn't delve into the streets behind the shoreline. I went to the kind of warehouse district. But in the streets behind, it's a cool scene. Lots of wonderful restaurants, and at least on a Friday night, very vibrant. Now, Friday night kicks off the Jewish Sabbath, so most of the folks you see here are not Jewish. It was a complete surprise. My 3 other times to Tel Aviv, I had experienced nothing like this. It was a completely different experience. I do have to tell you that on this trip, everyone I interacted with was super friendly. I'm talking everyone, from the people at the hotel to the people on the street to the people in the restaurants to the people I asked directions from. Hey, here we are in Tel Aviv, in Old Jaffa port. And these are my new pals, and I'm smoking a pipe with them. Always the double apple. I'm a big fan of the shisha, especially on a trip to this area. I love that they have a dedicated dude who will make sure your pipe is working well, putting the hot coals there. Those are the coals right there that they will put on your pipe. I always get the double apple. I did stop at this pastry shop. It looked great, but I got something that was kind of a spinach-based pastry, and I didn't like it at all. I had a couple bites and got rid of it. This dude borrowed my hat. I was cool to let him. I videotaped him. He was thrilled to be on Facebook Live. I loved walking along the Mediterranean there and interacting with all those folks and all their goodwill, smelling the smoke of the barbecued foods and the shisha. You got to remember, I was dragging at this time, but you just got to go for it. You got to suck it up. Do not take a nap. Well, there it is, your one day, or I should say one night trip to Tel Aviv, Israel. If you liked it, subscribe to Bradley J Travel. Click on the bell to get notified of future posts, and make sure you rate it. Thanks.